You need a chicken coop and you need it now, but you don't have the resources or the money to even get something like this and start building. You're like in a pickle. Well, don't worry about being in a pickle because you came to the right homestead. Starry is going to show you how to do a straw bale pallet enclosure for your chickens. Less than 20 bucks. No lie, less than 20 bucks. Okay, this is a long video, but come with me. Enjoy the day. Watch, learn. And all you need is some straw and some pallets. It's the frugalest way to build a chicken coop. All right, now we're going to show you the before. We have the pre-existing cluck cluck Glen, but back here is where we're going to put the addition on. And actually, I'm just building a whole new coop area for the 9 little peepers that are, oh, there they are. They're right through there. They heard me. They're just scouting around. Now, truly, this is a $20 coop. And in fact, it's probably even cheaper than $20, depending on how much straw you use. Now, last week I got straw, $4. Today, $6. Oh yeah, they decided to raise the price, always, the coop. And then go to the recycling center and start looking for those free pallets. Now, I recommend picking up pallets that are not wimpy. You're going to see there's lots of different sizes and shapes, there really is. And I like to get the pallets where the wood is really, really close together. This was a really great pallet. Look at that. Isn't that phenomenal? So I'm going to use that for one of my walls. And then the only other thing that you're really going to need is I have around here some spare Tyvek. You know, if you got some spare Tyvek, you got some spare tarps. Once again, you don't have to invest any money in this. This is less than 20 bucks. But it's going to be a new house for those. Oh, look at these little peepers. Look at them. Yes. So let's get building. Oh, and there's Spot. Gotta show you Spot real quick. Spot, you're gonna have a new house. Ah, there's Spot. What I'm gonna do is use this pre-existing, obviously, structure. I'm going to tear this down, and then I'm going to start stacking up the hay bales, straw bales, and then one of the walls is going to be a pallet. Now, if you got 2 pallets, use the 2 pallets, but I want at least 3 of the walls to be straw bale just because it gets cold around here, and that's free insulation. Straw bales are great for insulation. The only issue is you have to make sure that you cover them with a tarp because you will have a mess by the time spring comes. So be prepared. Get some plastic, get some Tyvek, whatever you got on hand, because you're going to have to cover these straw bales. And you're also going to have to set them on something. We have so much scrap wood around here. What I'm going to first do is get the scrap wood and make a little square and then set these straw bales on top of them. So there was a tire right next to this coop here. See, there's a tire. I just took that out. I have beautiful soil. So I'm just going to even this area out and fit that pallet in there. And this is the other thing with pallets. I love using pallets. If you're going to use them, make sure the slat's on the outside, because then on the inside I will pack it with straw. You can pack it with straw. If you want to do insulation, you can do insulation, but look at the depth here. See, you got a lot of room. That's why pallets are great for building walls and coops. And the other thing, the slats, I am going to use the slats to put my roosts in. They're going to hold my roosts. See? It's so cool. I love pallets. Here, freebie pallets. As I'm lining up the pallet, what I want to do is, I'm not going to try to screw the pallet to here, but I do want to somehow get it so that it just doesn't fall over, because this thing weighs a ton. And I think what I'm going to do is get either some screws or some nails and pound them out. That's the best idea that I can come up with. You just have to be creative. So I've got to run back to the house. This is the thing with building. Run back and forth. You got everything and then you don't. Then you don't. It's always the way it happens. Okay, so I got to run back up to the house and get wood that I'm going to use to set the straw bales on. You got to set them on something. Scrap wood, scrap 2x4s. Trust me, if you don't, you're going to have that mess in the spring. So I'm just going to take this, and these straw bales aren't bad to handle. The last bunch I bought, the last couple bales, they were so heavy, I could barely get them off the car myself. But I think what I'm going to do for this back wall is actually stack them, not fat-wise, you know, this way. I'm going to stack them up to give them a little bit of height, because they don't need all that extra insulation. This is going to be a nice back wall, and I'll get this other one here too. Okay, so this is where it pays to have lots of what some people call junk. I call treasures. Whenever I need something, I just look around. And I'm going to secure those bales with this stuff right here. I got tons of these. Tons of these. So I'm just going to go on a scout-a-thon, and then we're going to secure it with some rebar. I think it'll work out great. Aha. Ah, baby crib. Yes, I can use that too. See, freebie stuff. Repurpose, recycle. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So here's my idea. I'm going to take the baby crib like this. Oh, it's going to be perfect. It's going to act as a brace, and then I'm going to pound the rebar in. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. You know what? I hate to say it, but when the men aren't around, yes, we can do it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. The other thing I'm doing real quickly is a little 2x4. This is part of my roofing system. I'm just using some scrap wiring, fencing, but I have to move it up a little bit because I want it to be sloped, so when the snow comes, it's gonna fall right out of there. It's gonna be perfect, because this will come down off of here, and then look, I got that beautiful piece of scrap metal. It's amazing. Okay, it's looking good. Now, this side is secure. On this side, I am going to, just for extra reinforcement so it doesn't fall forward, put another piece of that rebar there. Safety for the chickens. Safety. All right, and one final thing that I'm going to do to tie it all in, because I really want these bales, and you really want to secure your bales. No matter how you do it, just do it. Be creative. Think outside the box like I am. I mean, obviously, you know, this is really thinking outside the box. But this is where some people, men and women, you know, like Mr. Hilder, he'll laugh at me, because this is where the hobcobbling comes in. Yes, blue rope, I know. This is where, yeah, hobcobble story comes in. But I grabbed the blue rope because what I'm going to do is then tie this side to that side just to firm it up a little bit. Yes, this may drive some men and women batty. It's okay. It's just for the chickens. It's not for the neighbors. And it's not going to be on the cover of Mother Earth News, so, you know, it's okay to use whatever you got. So I brought that down. I think that looks okay. And look at that piece of rebar is going to be perfect, because again, it's going to tie it in. Look at that. Man. Yeah, this is coming together. Okay, and then we're going to take our scrap tin. And you know, if you don't have scrap tin, a tarp will do just fine. Doesn't make any difference what you use. Just, you know, again, be creative. Oh, this is really big too. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at that. That's huge. But that's good. Look at, nestle that right in there. Oh, I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll get it. Let me turn off the camera and let me do my handiwork. I'm turning into a Starry MacGyver. Okay, every time I go up to the house, I find more stuff. Got myself a little 2x4. You'll see what I'm going to do. And look what I found. Oops. That's okay. Tar paper. Yeah, we have tar paper left from Mr. Hilder's shop. Tar paper's great. Maybe you can find it at the recycling center. Always pick up tar paper and tie back. Valuable stuff. Okay, so I have an idea here. In order to secure this, I'm going to need my 2x4. And this is funny. When you do projects, are you always like running back and forth? Oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot this. Oh, that's all I've been doing. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's okay. I'm going to put some screws in there. And then I'm going to cinch it down. We'll see if it works. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't, thinking woman here. A woman thinking can be a dangerous thing. Pretty impressed so far myself. Oh, I'm pretty smart. Just saying sometimes. Okay. Needed a lip. So I flipped this over. And you see how now I can grab that lip? And I'm cinching that baby right up. Cinching it right up. Now I know it's probably okay. Ooh, we got the grooves on the wrong side. It's all good because this needs to be secure. Think it's gonna work. Now that scrap piece is going to go, look at right on those slats over there. But what I want to do is get a perch for them. I've got a couple here. I just use sticks. And here's one that we had out here. So I'm going to see if I can fit that in there too. Okay, the roosts are going to be the tricky part. So I think the next step is I am going to stack that other hay bale here and finish up that last wall. Yeah, we'll get that other hay bale in here. Wow, looking good. It's looking good. So I stacked both of those. I'm just trying to get them so that, well, that's pretty solid. Holy moly. Look at that, straw bale. Straw bale chicken coop with one pallet. Who would have known? So I got enough tie back here, but then I'm also going to use a little bit of plastic to protect the rest of that straw. There we go. I just wrapped it in plastic, and the plastic really is scrap plastic. I mean, pick up whatever you got around the house. If you really want to go all out, wrap it in a tarp. In fact, you could probably put a tarp over this whole thing, and I may end up just doing that. You know, that might not be a bad idea. Just we got a lot of extra tarps. See, maybe I'll just do this. Yes, I'm talking. My mind is still working. Oh, well, Starry's got to climb in there. Ooh, okay. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Okay, let me bring my equipment. I'll put that there. It's dark in there. And we might need that. And, okay. See, I could crawl in here. This is good. Oh, this is kind of nice. Oh, this is like a tiny house. I could probably live in here. Oh, they're gonna love it in here. Look at that. Oh, this is great. Oh, perfect. So I am going to put one roost in the new area and actually a roost underneath this area because they used to roost underneath here a while back. And we fit probably about 4 or 5 whole adult chickens just underneath this area alone. So, oh, they're going to have plenty of room. All right, let's get the roosts up. And you can see how, look, how this is going to work. Because you got the slat on this side, and then you can stick this right through the straw bale to secure your roosts. Isn't that a great idea? Look at that. So I'll just show you the position I'm in. Yeah, you gotta have a little flexibility. Yeah, because I'm trapped by the... I'm just trying to figure out where the roost goes. So, yeah, you gotta be flexible when you're on the chicken job site. No doubt about it. Okay, I got 2 up, and I'm gonna do another cross one in here, but I gotta get some more screws. I've been in and out of this coop, I don't know how many times. I'm lucky I'm small. See, look at that. See, look at, see, I could fit in there. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how a 50-plus woman can fit into a chicken coop when she really wants to. Okay, back to the house to get some screws. See, this would be driving Mr. Hilder up the wall. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's all part of building the straw bale coop. Okay, so this time I'm grabbing more than 1 screw. I only do like 2 screws at a time, but Mr. Hilder's gone, and he left his radio on. Listen to this. That's headbanger music all the way. Okay, back into the coop. But grab more than 1 screw, so that's good. Okay, in I go. And let's screw that up now. That is too perfect. Look at that. And it doesn't even have to be that high off the ground. Oh, in fact, maybe I should move it a little bit higher because they're still kind of walking in here. Maybe I should give them a little headroom. See, I can move it. It screws. Oh, I thought I lost the bit. Look at, I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble now. Oh, that was close. Do not lose the bit. Do not lose the bit. Okay, I didn't lose the bit, but I think I lost the knife. Okay, Mr. Hilder just came home and I guess I got the stamp of approval. In fact, he's like, you know, we got to do something with that coop. I was going to add on and use some pallets, and I did it before he did it. But there we go. Now, we both agreed we're going to put a tarp over the whole back end. And I did fill the pallet with straw for extra insulation. There you go. And all these little cracks will be filled with more straw. What do you think, Sprig? The roost, I may move up a little bit, but it's not freezing cold right now. So I still have a little bit of time to work with. I mean, this is taking me some time. But here's the back end. And Mr. Hilder, he's just like, oh yeah. But it is a solid structure. It's well insulated. And it's going to keep the chickens, the hens, out of the elements. And once we get that whole tarp on there, voila, it's like icing on the cake. And I hear the peepers. They're going to love it. They're going to sleep in this tonight. And I'll let you know how they do. Well, there you go. The $20, not even. I don't even think this came to... And this is... Spring street treat for the day. He didn't even help me out, and he gets the benefit of a raw, fresh, organic egg. There you go. You can eat the shell too. You just lick the insides. Look at that dog. He loves it. There you go. We got to keep those chickens happy, and the pups. All right. God bless.